everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Flora and I am a trauma survivor and I shared tips on how to heal from childhood trauma, and I have a video that I share maybe a couple years ago, around 5 years ago, and I'm going to replace that video because I feel like I've gathered more information and I have more knowledge regarding how to heal yourself from childhood trauma or intergenerational trauma, whether it's like narcissistic abuse or sexual abuse or whatever kind of abuse, that actually can be faster. If I know this when I was in my healing journey, probably it will take less time than what I did, but I didn't regret anything, of course, because I will not be able to share this to you now if I didn't go through everything in the past. So I'm not complaining, but I just want to share to you who might be now just starting your healing journey, and hopefully by this knowledge you can heal faster and not prolong your suffering. And a little bit about me, I'm not a expert in healing or psychologist. I'm just someone who experienced a lot of childhood trauma and carry a lot of intergenerational trauma. My parents actually divorced when I was 18 months old, and that's why I grew up with abandonment trauma. And then I also experienced childhood sexual abuse. My body, remember, I end up suffering tumor and cancer, womb cancer, so I'm also cancer survivor. And currently I'm healed. I'm already healed. And yeah, I also have a lot of intergenerational trauma, financial trauma, toxic relationship, a lot of shit. But now I'm healed. That's why I want to share to you what did I do so I can be healed. Maybe other people will write a book about it. I was thinking about it as well, but I think it's faster this way. I'm just going to share it in this video, like what I did. And I don't know how long this video will be, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it's going to be faster than before, because apparently the concept that I know now is pretty simple, but it's probably not easy to be applied at the beginning. So for you who experienced trauma as a child, whether it's sexual abuse, narcissistic abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, bullying, whatever kind of abuse, number one, of course, it's not your fault. That's very obvious. It's actually a repeating pattern from our ancestor. So whatever that our ancestor experienced that they didn't heal or they didn't change in themselves, that pattern is kind of being passed down to the next generation. And we, as a part of their generation, will also repeating the same pattern. This pattern is beliefs pattern, and also there's emotion and behavior pattern. Yeah, and that's what drive people to usually do to other people how they been treated. Yeah, that's why for me, if I know the knowledge that I know now, the first thing that I will do is to move out. Move out. Move out from your current living situation if you're living with your family who is abusing you. That's what I will say, because it's different for everyone, of course, because every parents is different, and every family have different generational trauma. And the easiest thing that you can do if you want to heal yourself is to have your own place, have a safe space. So even if you still live in the same house, for example, if you are a very rich family and you have a big mansion and you don't want to move out, that's okay too. It just have your own safe space where you can be yourself, because usually people around you, the generation before you, will constantly try to pull you back into the same pattern that they have. But if you have pain now, it means that you need to change your pattern. That's why living with the people who are probably influencing your energy level, who probably influencing the way you think, the way you treat yourself, it's going to keep re-traumatize you again. And you cannot really change people until they change themselves. That's why, that's what I suggest. Move out. And then the next thing is to have your own income. So find something that you can enjoy that will get you paid. Try to be financially independent, because usually people will use money as a manipulation technique. So like this dynamic where, because I give you money, you have to do what I say, or you have to please me, you have to put me first, that kind of thing. If you can find your own place and start to earn your own money, it's going to help a lot with your healing journey. And yeah, I don't know, you can just communicate in a nice way to your family. You don't have to be harsh as well. Be respectful and be honest, and don't try to blame them. Just say that this is what you need at this point. And then the next thing is to know yourself, to spend your time with yourself more, to learn to enjoy solitude, to sit with yourself and listen what you truly need and what you truly want, instead of listening for other people advice, or listening to other people expectation, and listening to other people requests, because nobody really know what you really need but yourself. That's why having your own space, having your living space is going to help a lot. So I suggest you to also spend time in silence, just with yourself, and try to journal, and then always ask what you really need, and you try to meet that needs. The next thing is to build a relationship with God. Build relationship with God. It's because in your healing journey you will spend a lot of time alone. That's the most effective way. And I want to give you tips. If you want to speed your healing process, don't involve a lot of people. If you need help, find expert help. It means find people who are actually capable of helping you, instead of just random friends or your family, because they will not know what to do. So I suggest you to invest your money as well in coach or therapist. Find a therapist that will help you to be able to process your trauma alone, not someone who will make you dependent on them or dependent on drugs. So I personally didn't use any drugs when I was healing. No antidepressant, nothing. I have this coach who is studying with Dr. Gabor Mate. I think her approach is more into compassionate inquiry and also teaching me how to process my emotion. And I spent money on her. At the beginning, her price was around 700,000 per session. It was quite expensive for me back then, but I think it's a very good investment. So if you are emotionally unstable, instead of spending your money to get, I don't know, something for your physical, material, looks, beauty, stuff, invest in a good therapist. It's going to pay it off. Yep. And then if you feel called to read a book, buy a course, even though it's expensive, just do it. That's what I do as well. I also read a lot of books and also watch a lot of videos from people in YouTube that I feel called to. So I spend most of my time alone listening to people who knows what to do with me. Because you know what, every problem that you have, there is someone else who already born before you, who already know the solution, who also experiencing the same problem. Probably the specific situation or even is unique, but the point is pretty much the same. That's why learning from people who already going through the experience that you're going through will help a lot, and you will learn multiple perspective. You don't have to experience the same shit that other people experience if you can learn from them. And then how to actually heal faster for me, in my opinion, is by becoming someone else, becoming a new version of you, a better version of you, who is already whole, healed, and complete, who is powerful, who is no longer hurt by people or situation, who is in power, who know that he or she have a capability to change things, to say no, and to create this life however she or he wants. So my suggestion is to take a piece of paper, for example like this paper, split it into two, and then in this side you write everything that you are now, your current identity. Maybe you are experiencing a lot of bullying, experiencing a lot of lack, doesn't have a lot of money, underpaid, overwork, being used, abused, all your identity now. Maybe you feel ugly, maybe you feel fat, maybe you feel, I don't know. And then in the other side, you imagine a version of you in the future that is very powerful, that is very rich, that is very chilled, very wise, very, get her shit together, very healthy, very complete, very confident, very powerful. And then you just write that. So this side is the old identity, this side is the new identity. And then you start imagining what will that future you, the version of you that is healed and complete, will do in daily life. Like for example, in the morning I will wake up and do yoga, stretching. Probably I will drink a lot of water. Probably I will have breakfast, and then probably she will walk to the beach with her dog, and after that she will read a book, maybe do some work, maybe go to the gym afterward, after that going to meeting, after that record a video. That's what I do. So I create that, the old version of me and the new version of me, and then every time I sleep, when I wake up, I just brainwash myself that I'm whole, heal, and complete, and I already wake up as a new version of me, and I will do what my new version doing, and I will believe what my new version believe, and I will say to myself, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're powerful, you're enough, you're taken care of, you're amazing. And people, instead of like having people abuse you, people look up to you, people admire you, you inspire a lot of people. So what I do every day is just brainwashing myself so I can become the newer version of me. And then every time there is a negative emotion that come up, because usually there will be things that triggered my emotion, I will just breathe through it. I will just drop whatever I do. I do grounding, which is, I already mentioned it a couple of times. I just put a piece of cloth on my floor in this area usually. I put that cloth and I just lie down there. I do grounding and I do deep breathing to relax my nervous system. So I just experience the emotion to the point of completion. And I know this is not the easiest thing to do in the beginning, but you have to get used to it and train yourself to not run away from this emotion, because if you keep running away from your painful emotion, you will just attract another situation or another event that will trigger the same situation at the same emotion. So if you don't want to prolong your suffering, every time something get triggered, just straight away go processing it, lie down and breathe. What did I do so I can do that every time? For me, back then I was working full-time in 9 to 5, but then because I was in this healing journey, I moved out to Ubud and I look for a part-time job. Just ask people around, I don't know, like how you can get a job that allow you more time for yourself. So back then I only work from 12 to 4 p.m. and only 4 days per week or 5 days, I don't remember. But then you will have more time to just do your healing work and take care of yourself. I think it's really hard to heal while you're doing your 9 to 5, because yeah, it will re-traumatize you again, the 9 to 5 environment. But later, if you already healed and you are in a better condition, then if you want to go back to 9 to 5, that's okay. It's just on the healing period, it's really helpful if you can just work less and have more time to just process your feelings and grieving and journaling and taking care of yourself. And then also I suggest you to spend a lot of time in nature, spend a lot of time with animals. I have a dogs. I used to have a lot of dogs. I have first like 3, and then 2 of them make babies, and then I have 5, and then and then some missing, some die. It was like part of the law of attraction, and then now I have 1. But if you don't have your own animals, or if you feel like you cannot be responsible enough to adopt an animal, you can just maybe foster or visit people who have a lot of dogs and offer your, I don't know, volunteering or even you can dog sitting, right? Because spending time with animals, or also kids, young kids, will help a lot to raise your frequency. And because they are like very cheerful and playful and they don't worry so much, they don't have a lot of fear, you will feel more relaxed and you will feel so much joy and you can enjoy your time. And that's what you need to do. You need to learn to relax, to be happy, and to enjoy your time. Because I think the purpose of healing is so that you can enjoy your life, right? So you are not repeating the same thought pattern, behavior pattern, and having the same emotion, which were sadness, hurt, in pain. So spend more time with those who are happy, which are mostly animal, kids, or some people who already healed. Don't spend time with people who complain all the time. It will prolong your healing. But yeah, but if that what you choose to do, then well, I guess that's your choice. It's going to probably re-traumatize you a bit, and then you will need to take more healing work. So yeah, becoming your new version and embracing new habit, and then learn to enjoy life and not taking it seriously, and then try to do more things that you love, and then that's all, I guess. Just keep brainwashing yourself that you're whole, heal, and complete, that you're not missing anything else, and what you have to do is just to let go the old false belief that your society or your parent passed down to you that make you suffer, and their expectation. Just learn to communicate that. The more you're healed, the more you'll be able to feel more confident in speaking your truth and communicate your boundaries, and because of that, people around you will respect you more, will not be able to abuse you anymore. So basically, you let go the version of you who is a victim, because if you keep blaming people and feeling like you are a victim, you will always attract a villain or people who will going to abuse you, because you create that in your consciousness, and then you will keep living that until you let go that version of you who is weak. I hope this can be helpful. I hope you will be able to be free from pain, because you are healed. If you want to believe that you're healed, you will be healed. And remember that you're not alone. God is always here with you. The unconditional love from the universe, from the nature, is always here with you. Your ancestor who already healed, who become your spirit guide, is always be with you. All the saints, all the angels are always be with you. If you are pray to them, just communicate with them in your prayer and ask for their guidance, you will be helped all the time. That's what I experience. If you have any question, just drop it in my comment. And then thank you so much for your like, subscribe, and for your donation. And I wish all the best in your healing journey. I hope it's not too long, because the wonderful world is waiting for you to be experienced. Stop labeling yourself as sick or having mental illness. You are healed, whole, and complete. And complete. Thank you for being with me. See you in another video. God bless you. I love you. Bye.